What's up guys, Icebreaker back. Today we're going to be looking at Warships and 4ER. Last night I jumped from 3 to 4 when I was at rank 16. Barely managed to hang on to it until I found a strategy that worked, and then I was able to push then on to 18 more or less. I lost a couple of boss fights for that, but yeah, we won't go into that. But stick around, I'm going to show you how I did it right now. Okay then guys, this is the layout that I just sort of threw together when I first jumped to 4ER. It's not particularly well thought out, but it did work out alright for me in the end. Key things here are the mines. Once again, like we said in 3ER about optimizing their placement. You need to be doing that again at 4. But this time it's about catching Zookas as they spread. Heavy Zookas, one of the metas at 4. So they need to be placed in places where you know the Zookas are going to turn the corner or turn away from one building to another, and they're going to have to step over the mines. And the other thing is your shock launchers. You need to get these upgraded to tick 4 so that you get 2 of them. And then you need to place them so that their radiuses cover each other. So you see how this one covers these defenses here, like so. And then these ones cover the same defenses here in the middle. Because they're both radiuses lock over each other, this is so that you can create a shock lock situation where the troops are clearing up and then one shock launcher fires, followed by the other one, and followed by the other one again. And it locks up the troops, slowing the attack right down, quite often causing a fizzle. So your shock launcher placement is key. Definitely do not put them so close together that they can be shocked with one shock. That is a big no. Tech tree then, let's have a look. More or less the same as it was at 3ER. Still haven't maxed my mortars or snipers. I have maxed out my shock bomb, and still only got tick 4 bullet, tick 4 barrage. And then when I jumped up to 4, I only had enough keys to go as far as the shock launcher, obviously taking the top path to arty. I'm skipping rocket choppers because I suck with them, and yeah, I'm not even going to go there. But when I first jumped, I was able to max out my shock mines, max out my flamethrowers, and put tick 4 into the shock launchers. And that was it. That's all I had to start off with at 4ER. As soon as I got the arty, things turned around quite well, and we started making progress again. So my advice right now, if you're planning on, if you're more or less ready to jump to 4, is wait until you've got enough keys for arty. And if possible, max out barrage and max out the arty. It's not a necessity, but it is a big advantage if you can have them both maxed. You can bar out 2 ERs. And if you're good with rocket choppers, or better than me at least, then they are pretty good. But like I said, they are very hit or miss. You either win or you lose. But because they're so soft and so squishy, it's quite easy to fizzle with them, which is what I end up doing. So I took the safer route and went with heavy Zooka and bullet with tick 4 barrage and artillery. Let's jump into a couple of attacks and I'll show you how I'm doing it. So we're using bullet with shock knuckles, and then we've got 5 boats of heavies and 3 boats of Zookas. And as you see, I'm using bullet with his shock knuckles, and the reason for that is threefold. One, obviously it's shock stuff. And on bases where things are quite clumped up together like this, you can shock absolutely loads of it. With shock knuckles, you can cover a much wider area than what you can with a shock bomb. Second of all, it clears mines. As you can see, it's popping the mines here. And third thing is, when you activate it and he runs into the building, it pushes bullet out front, further in front of your troops. So he's taking more damage than what your heavies and stuff will be. Just help save a few troops along the way. And yeah, that's the reasons for bullet. And then I'm using 5 boats of heavies, like I said, dropping 3 and 3, and then delaying the last 2 boats as they come up the beach. And the reason for that is because I want them to spread right out. I don't want all the heavies getting shot locked and wiped out by the first row of mines. As you can see there, shock knuckles there, shocking all of that stuff at the back. And then it's just a case of letting them clear and just managing the GBE while they clear everything out. And then just obviously Hail Mary in the last ER. As I was saying about mine placement, this is quite popular where we've got the buildings on the far left here, and then a couple on the right with the shock launchers in position. Except this guy's got his shock launchers a little bit too close together. If this was my layout, I'd be swapping the shock launcher for this mortar, just so that the two shock launchers can't be hit with one shock. But the reason for the mines in the middle is as they clear up, they come up this side, the Zookas are going to spread out and start targeting these bits on the right hand side. And then as they do that, they're going to walk over all of these mines in the middle. So you need to be aware of that. And then, like I said, it's just a case of letting them clear, using some barrage on the mines in the middle, because you know they're going to need to go. And then as they're clearing up, you can watch here in the middle now what I was saying about the Zookas and the mines, how it catches them out in the middle. And then yeah, it's literally just a case of keeping shock knuckles going, keeping the GBE together while they clear out, and then just Hail Mary the ERs at the end. There seems to be quite a few layouts out there that have the shock launchers really close to the beach. Like I said earlier about creating like a shock lock situation. Now if you were to land all of your troops right here in the middle, what would happen is these two shock launchers would lock onto you. You'd all get shock locked here in front of the mortar and stuff, while yeah, bad things happen to your troops. So the way to counter this is drop a boat of heavies to the far left of the beach and another boat of heavies to the far right, and then as they come up the ramps you can put Bullet and the rest of the troops and stuff up the middle, and the shock launchers then will lock onto those two boats of heavies. And then obviously once they're all in position, they'll spread out and they'll take down those shock launchers really quick. Now with Tick 4 Barrage and Tick 4 Arty, you can bar out an engine room, which I do on quite a lot of them. But my advice is wait until either this ER pops or until all the troops have come up this way at least halfway, because some layouts they won't peel off and go for this ER, so you need to bar this one. And then there's other layouts where they will come off to the right and get this one, so then you can bar the top one. But you need to wait a minute and just see where your troops are going to go before you decide which ER you want to bar out. And then just use your GBE to clear the mines and yeah, do what you got to do to get to that last ER. Once that last one goes down, you can bar one and Hail Mary the last one. Again, this is just another one. This one only had a level 1 shock launcher node, so I was able to bar that while clearing some mines. And just let them free clear then, and just bar out the top one. This one was quite a quick time at 3:04. Times on average are between 2:40 left on the clock and sort of 3:05. On some layouts you can get plus 3 minutes left on the clock pretty well. This is one of the ones where they don't like to peel off to the right, as I was saying before. But luckily enough, these ones did. The more Zookas were able to take out that mortar quick enough to get the right one. So yeah, it's just a case of watching what's happening, watching where the mines are, seeing which paths they're going to take, using shock knuckles to clear mines and shock stuff, Bart 1 ER, Hail Mary the last one, or just go for the full free clear if GB is a little tighter. Like I said before, optimize your mine layout, hide your shock mines too, that's another good tip. If you hide all your shock mines on the heavy rush paths, then when people don't scout properly, they just take a quick look and press attack or start the attack, and they don't pay attention to where your shock mines are hidden. I've got most of mine hidden pretty well behind stuff. I've caught a few out with that already. As for troops, like I said about rocket choppers and stuff, if you go with 2.6 heavy choppers, heavy with rocket choppers, you can land and flare over here, kill this ER, well, clear this sort of corner out, kill this ER, flare over to this one, and then flare over to this one, and then Bart this one out. Is a really quick time. But like I said, it is an all or nothing attack strat, so if you're not as confident or if you don't have instant training, then maybe that's not the best play. Heavy Zooka Bullet, And shot knuckles is my strat. You can also try heavies and Zookas with Brick's iron will. Obviously the Zookas and that can walk over a couple of mines with the iron will active. And her cluster grenade, I was told, is really good at clearing mines too. So maybe that's an option you might want to look into. So there are plenty of options to deal with the mines and stuff. So, you know, play around, see what works best for you. And yeah, give everything a try. Try it for a couple of battles, and if it's not working out, try something different. Chop your layout up, you know the score. But for this video, I think that pretty much covers it. So I will catch you next time. As always, happy shipping.